Hello, my crafty friends. I am coming to you today to show you this adorable card that uses a new bundle we have called Safari Smiles. And it's got these adorable elephants and some lions and some cute words. And of course it has coordinating dies to go with it. So I'm going to show you how I made this card. This is a really cute set. Move some of the stuff out of the way a little bit here. Just move my elephants up a little bit. Maybe over here, out of the way. Here we go. And we're going to be using some Cranberry Crisp, and this is my Memento Black ink. So I'm going to bring my felt pad over. We'll go ahead and do some of the stamping. So we're going to need to stamp a large and a small elephant, and then we're going to stamp one of the little birds on top of the large elephant. For the large elephant, we are actually using one of our large circles. This is from the Stylus Shapes dies. As you know, one of my favorites. I use it all the time. And we're going to stamp him in our Memento Black ink because we're going to color with our blends. So we're going to go ahead and ink him up. And we're going to stamp him, and I'm going to have to stamp him a little bit off of the edge. So because I'm doing that, I probably should put a piece of paper underneath what I'm doing so that I don't mess up so I don't get black ink all over my foam pad. So we're going to put that like that. And we're just going to stamp the elephant because we don't need his whole body or his back end as much because we're going to cover it up with the baby elephant. So we've got the large elephant. We got the bird, also stamping that with black ink. And he's just sitting on the elephant's back. And then we have the baby elephant that we're going to just stamp on a piece of scratch paper. Go ahead and finish up some stamping here before we move on to the next step. So I've got a piece of Cantaloupe Crisp. This is one of our new in colors. And we've got our Cantaloupe Crisp ink. This is our new ink pad, and the way that it opens is it just flips open. These are magnetic, so this actually sticks together. It actually sits on top of here, doesn't fall off. And we're just using the words congratulations. Now our new ink pads we're going back. Been around for a while. We're going back to the linen style ink pads, which I actually prefer. I think you get a better image. I think they're easier to work with than the foam. So we're gonna just stamp that on our piece of paper here. We'll set that aside. And then we're gonna do something that I've probably never shown you before. And that is, I'm gonna put this down again. I wanna create this little background here. And I will tell you that this was a sample that Stampin' Up! Did, and they had something similar. And I searched everywhere for the designer paper, thinking that there was designer paper that I was missing. And I couldn't figure it out. And I finally came up with, I wondered if this is what they did. So I have a piece of just regular saran wrap, and I'm gonna kind of just ball it up. And then I'm gonna take the ink, and I'm gonna just stick this in the ink. I'm gonna stamp it off. I don't want it to be too dark, so. And then I'm just gonna kind of come in Again, I don't want this to be too dark, so that's why I'm stamping it on the scratch paper first, because I need to add a little color, but I don't want it to, it's not supposed to be the focal point. It's supposed to just make it kind of look like it's sandy, maybe. Again, I probably spent 30 minutes searching through all of our new products trying to find this designer paper that I thought I was missing, only to realize that they must have made this background paper some other way. But see how fun that is? It's just a piece of saran wrap. When you're done with it, you throw it away. How fun and easy is that? All right, so move that out of the way, but I'm gonna bring my scratch paper back over again because now I need to do some coloring. So we've got our large elephant and we've got our small elephant. And I am going to use Balmy Blue for the elephants. Just making sure. But I'm gonna start with Crisp Cantaloupe for the ears. So I am going to use the light color, and I'm just gonna come in and add to the ears, just to give it a little bit of color. Then, because I feel like it's a little dark, I'm gonna use our color lifter and just kind of come in over it and lighten it a little bit, so that it doesn't look so harsh. And we're gonna come in with the light Balmy Blue, and we're just gonna color our elephants. So we're gonna start with the smaller one. I'm using the brush end. You could use the fine point end for getting closer to the edges so you don't go out of the lines like I just did. And what I love about our blends is that honestly, it just doesn't have to be perfect, but yet it still looks good. So I've colored them in. And now I'm going to take my color lifter again. I'm just going to kind of go over him because I just kind of want to lighten him up and make him look a little more natural. And you can do this as little or as much as you want to get the desired effect. So there's the baby. Let's go ahead and work on the mama elephant, but let's start with the bird. I'm gonna go ahead and color in the bird. I'm just using Lemon Lolly, and I'm just using the lighter color and the fine point. This bird's so little that honestly you don't need to worry about giving it a bunch of dimension, but I am gonna take the Crisp Cantaloupe fine point and try to hit its beak. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna do the same thing with the large elephant. We're gonna just color him in. I hope the more you see me using the blends, you realize that anybody can use them. That they add a nice touch. And you don't have to be like an artist to use them. Now, some people are really good with them and can do fantastic things using the different colors. I'm just not one of them. I'm the one that likes to get it done. And it still looks great. And it just didn't take me hours to do it. Because if you know me, I don't like to take hours. I like to make cards in a matter of a couple of minutes, and I like cards to be easy to duplicate. So we're gonna do the same thing now. We're gonna come in with the color lifter and just lift off a little bit of this blue color to lighten up the elephant a little bit. When it dries, you'll see it a little bit more. All right, you see the baby has dried a little bit, so you can see that it's just lifted that color a little bit more. All right, and we don't need to cut out the big envelope, big elephant. I don't know why I keep wanting to call him an envelope right now. I'm thinking it's because I'm a little bit sleepy, and so instead of elephant, I keep wanting to say envelope. I don't know. It's like you get a word stuck in your head and you just can't make it go away. So we're gonna cut out our baby elephant using the coordinating die. I'm doing that off camera because it would shake the whole table if I tried to do it on camera. So there is our baby envelope. See, I said it again. Like, this is a good blooper reel, I guess. I'm gonna just start calling elephants envelopes, and people that watch my videos will know what I'm talking about. All right, so we are ready to assemble. I'm gonna just move this one over here so you can see it. I'm gonna bring my foam pad back in here just because there's that halo. I'm gonna try to get rid of that halo. So, all right. So we have a piece of our new cardstock. This is Hydrangea Hue, and it's just cut in half, scored in half. We're gonna give it a good crease. We have a piece of white cardstock that's gonna go on the inside using our 5 dots of glue. And we have our Cantaloupe Crisp piece that we colored using Saran Wrap and ink. That we're gonna add to our card, bottom of the card front. Then we wanna add our elephant, and we're gonna add him, but have him hang over a little bit. And then we'll come back and trim the edge to finish it off. So we're gonna bring him in here. All right, and from some Hydrangea Hue cardstock, I cut out some of the dies that we have, some cloud dies, and this is what they look like. And so we're going to add them onto the card. We're going to tuck this one up here behind the large elephant. We're going to tuck the other one over here off to the side, tucked in behind that piece. So it kind of looks like the clouds are in the background. Our baby elephant is going to use dimensionals. And for now, I'm just going to set him where I think he's going to go. Because I want to add, from the dies, I've also cut out some grasses. This is cut out using our new Peaceful Pines cardstock, one of the new in colors. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the back of this piece and set it behind where this elephant's at. Then we're going to take and add just a little bit of glue to this tiny intricate piece and tuck that in here as well. We can add the baby elephant. And then we have one more piece of grass. We're just gonna add some glue to the back of that. And he kind of goes like the elephant's walking between the grasses here. All right, we've got a couple more pieces. So I just have this strip of, I'm drawing a blank on what color cardstock that is. I was gonna say Flirty Flamingo, but I'm not 100% sure. But it might be. Maybe Petal Pink. Maybe this is Petal Pink. Oh yeah, there you go. So this background piece is Petal Pink that I did the ink on. This piece is Crisp Cantaloupe, so you can see the slight difference in the colors. So this piece is also Petal Pink, but the ink was Crisp Cantaloupe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut my border, my banner. Wow, I really think I need a nap. I'm gonna just make the little banner ends on each end. It's a good thing I started with one of the easier cards that I'm doing videos for. And then I'm gonna add this piece behind by just doing a little strip of glue. Kind of flip it over so we can see that it's mostly straight. And then we're just gonna trim off the excess. If you don't have a good pair of scissors, you really should get one, because I don't do a whole lot without them. All right, and then we're gonna add some dimensionals to the saying. Let's do 3. You can never have enough. There we go. And our card is complete. Thanks for joining me. And oh, it's not complete. Look, see, I've already forgot one more thing. We want to come in and trim off where that piece hangs over. Okay, now it's complete. So thanks for joining me. I have a couple more cards to show you using this bundle, so stay tuned and look for some more videos coming your way. Have a great day.